What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Queen Key, on the beats. And yes, it is Sunday. I think it's January 16th. And man, into, we are halfway into January. And everybody always complains how January is the most boring month. Well, it is, you guys. So this episode is gonna kind of just be a free form episode. I really dropped something already for you guys on Friday, titled "There Is Light at the End of the Tunnel." The storm will be over. So if you guys have not listened to that, make sure you go listen to that. And then prior to Friday, last Sunday, I dropped the episode called "Change," the change that you want to see. And it seems like change is really going to be the biggest topic for this year, not just coming from me, but I've been hearing even at church, change has been a very big topic too. So before we hop into this episode, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a rating, whether you are listening from Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. I know you guys are tired of hearing me say this, but the more I input this in, the more we get to broadcast and expand, and it becomes bigger. So, also, I want to thank you all for being a part of Queen Key Talks, and for also just being a member and being here for all 4 seasons. And it's just crazy that now we're on season 4, episode 3, and we are really pushing it. So again, just like last week episode, I am also recording via for Anchor and for Spotify. So I am broadcasting both ways. So just bear with me. But before we get into this, make sure you, for YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications to make sure you're getting notified for when I post a video. Now, you guys, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this episode. Okay, so now that you guys have subscribed and left your rating and grabbed everything that you needed to grab, like I said, I really didn't know what I wanted today's episode to exactly be about. But what I did know is that I really just wanted to talk to you all about manifesting positivity into your life and talking about change, because again, change is going to be the big thing for 2022. We have said that we were so tired of being stuck in our same ways, tired of not seeing growth, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically. We have been complaining so much, but now it's time to take that next step forward and actually do something about it. That's what this is going to be called. That's what this episode is really going to be called. Do something about it. What's stopping you? Today I went to church. I got up this morning and, I got up and I went to church, and pastor was talking about change, and he was talking about actually applying what you say that you want to do and what you want to change, and actually doing something about it. You have to change your circle. You have to change the people that you are around. That's the first thing. You can't grow, or you can't move to the next level if the people around you are still attached to you. If the people around you are still hindering you and holding you down. You say, well, this is my friend, or that's my best friend, or that's my cousin, or that's my auntie, or that's my mom, my dad, whoever. What are you doing about it? This is your circle. This is your life. If you want to move up, you have to change some things. And sometimes that has to go with letting go of people and moving on. And sometimes people are not meant to come with you on your journey. Sometimes people are only meant in your life for a specific season. They aren't meant to be there your whole entire life to hold your hand, just like your parents. Your parents, your mom and your dad, whether you have both of them or not, whoever raised you, your guardian, that person is not meant to be in your life for a long time. They're not meant to hold your hand, just like when you are a child and as you grow and you get older, from those ages of, from when you're a toddler to an infant till before becoming that preteen, teenage years, your mom or your dad or whoever it is that's raising you is holding your hand. They're walking through you. They're walking you through life. They're training you. It's a stage and it's a process. That person is not going to always be there. And just like people are not going to always be here for the rest of our life, sometimes we have to learn to let go in order to grow. Let me say that again. Sometimes we have to learn to let go in order to grow. And I'm saying that because you can't grow if people are still holding on to the old you. People are so used to the old you that the new you they won't like. So they'll try to pull you back into that old you. And then you'll be like, man, like, what's going on? Like, I done made all these changes. I done made all this good stuff happen. I'm growing. I'm mentally developing. I'm opening new doors. Things are falling into place. Things are falling into my lap. When you become a new person, a different person, people will swear you acting funny. People will swear you just be acting different, you think you better than me and you know it all. And when that starts to happen, then you start to cycle back and go backwards into the old you. Why go backwards if you just, this is what I talked about in last week's episode when I said sometimes you take 2 steps forward just to take 5 steps back. And that's because the people that you have in your circle are not elevating you. They're not pushing you. They're not motivating you to be a better you. That's why you have to change your friends. You have to change your environment. First, I said changing your circle of friends, changing who you're around. Second thing is changing your environment. Okay, so first thing I said, changing your circle of friends. What are you going to do about that? Secondly, changing your environment. Sometimes you are going to be uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, that's how you know you're growing. That's how you know when blessings and opportunities will start to flow. Because you're so used to being stuck in a specific environment, being around a certain way or certain things, just being used to a same strict particular routine, being so predictable, you have to change that environment up. Sometimes you have to take a risk. I told you guys back in season 1, when I graduated high school back in 2014, I took a risk. I left Chicago and I moved to Michigan. And y'all was like, how did you do that? Like, was you scared? Were you nervous? No. Well, I was scared, but I had family out there, so it wasn't like I had never been to Ben Harbor, Michigan. It was, times when I was little when we went out there for family functions, but now I'm an adult. Now it's like, okay, I done graduated college. What's next? Only went out to Michigan just for a summer job. And it ended up being from a summer job to me actually taking steps and going to college. Because I always told myself, my parents, neither of my parents went to college. So I wanted to be the first one from my parents as a child, as their child, to go to college. That was my goal for myself. So I went to college. I worked 2 jobs. I got my own apartment. I took those risks. And each risk and each faith step that I took, I was scared. I didn't know what the end of the road was going to be. I didn't know what was going to come from it. But what I did know was that at the end, it was going to be worth it. I always told myself that everything you do is going to be worth it. It may not seem like it right now, but it's going to be worth it. So I had to change my environment. Chicago was what I was used to. I was, going to church out here, and I just needed a new everything. And when I went to Michigan, that was my new change. That was my new, like, oh my God, like, this is a whole brand new world to me. So you have to change your environment. And yes, I was uncomfortable, but that's the whole point. When you're uncomfortable, that means you're changing. That means you're growing. That means you're developing. You have to change your environment. First thing I said was changing your circle of friends. Second thing is changing your environment. Third thing is exactly what I said. The title of what this is, of what this episode was going to be, is what are you going to do about it? You have to do it yourself. I can speak to you through this podcast, or however you listening to it, how you're watching me on YouTube, however. You can listen to all these motivational videos. You can listen to your gospel music. You can go to your mentor, go to your pastor, but it's up to you. You have to take the first step. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to push yourself to know that even though you're nervous, even though you're scared, change is good. Change is not always bad. And when you change, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose some family members. People are going to look at you funny. You're going to be misunderstood. Yes. You're going to feel like you are alone. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, at the end of the road, all of this, when you look back, you're going to be like, man, I'm glad that I did that. Or, man, I'm glad that I left that circle of friends. Or, man, I'm glad that I did what I needed to do to chase what I needed, to chase my dreams and to push myself. And it doesn't matter. People are going to say, oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's your feelings and it's your life. And like I told y'all, nobody can walk your path of life for you. I didn't want to keep y'all long this episode because, like I said, I dropped something already on Friday for y'all. So I just wanted this to be something, from the heart. It was like a free form of what I wanted to speak to you all about. And hey, we're going to keep dropping gems. We're going to keep dropping diamonds. We're going to keep dropping motivation. We're going to keep doing what we're doing so we can grow and motivate and find our voice. And you all do what you need to do to change your life. Okay, y'all. So that's the end for this video. Again, what are you going to do about it? It's up to you. Change your circle of friends. Change your environment. And then apply that pressure and apply that action. And this episode is a wrap. I appreciate you and thank you so much for listening, wherever you are listening from, whether you're in the country or not in our country, and you in the United States. I appreciate you. Again, before I leave out, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this video on YouTube. If you are listening via Anchor, via Spotify, make sure you leave a rating. And make sure you also subscribe as well, so we can grow the audience and make this podcast larger. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a very nice week. And I hope you guys will inspire someone this week and share this episode with someone. And let me know how you feel. Tell me your feedback. Let me know if I'm helping you, if I'm inspiring you. I know I am. But y'all, that is a wrap. And your girl, Queen Key, on the beats is out. Peace.